we have to bring it in such a form which is familiar to us, for which we can carry out any derivative. Okay? That is the whole objective. We have to bring it in such a form, the form which we are conversant with, and whose any derivative we know that how to find out. So if we can do that, we can easily find out nth derivative. Understand?
Well, sir.
Okay. So now in order to solve this, let me consider that this is equal to 0. I want to find out root of this equation, x square plus x plus 1. And I know root of this equation is minus 1 plus root 3i by 2, and another is minus 1 minus root 3i by 2. Isn't it?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. This is root of quadratic equation. How many roots are there?
2,
How
sir.
many roots are there?
2,
Two,
sir.
sir.
2 roots. Okay. My next question is, what is root of a function? What
It
is root?
satisfies the equation.
It satisfies the equation. It means that for that value of x, let us say that value is eta, on which this function becomes 0. Understand?
Yes, sir.
So it means that if I have a function, I plot it with respect to x, then let us say this is the plot. So wherever this function will cut this x-axis, that is your root.
Roots.
Root of the function.
Root. So at this value, let us say this value is eta. At this value of eta, this function is 0. Value of this function is 0. Means graphically, if I represent, I will say that wherever it cuts the x-axis, it will have root at that point. So if you are having a quadratic equation, right? There must be how many roots?
2 roots.
2
Two
roots.
Yes, sir.
roots. Two roots means 2 times they should cut the
X-axis.
X-axis.
x-axis. If there are 3 roots,
Three
3
times
times.
cut the X-axis.
3 times it should cut the x-axis. Okay, that is what root means. This definition is very important. We must understand what is root. So this is what root means. So in this case, if I plot, by the way, I had given you some problem yesterday. I didn't ask you. How many of you tried to solve that? Plot the graph. I asked you to plot a graph. Is it or not? अरे कोई तो बोलो. I asked you ना. हाँ प्रिंस राजकुमार तुम ही बोलो. क्या बात है? I am just asking a question. I had given you a problem ना.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What was that problem?
To draw a graph.
To plot a graph for
Of cos hyperbolic x.
cos
E
hyperbolic
to,
x.
e to the power x plus e to the power minus x by 2.
हाँ, so did you try to solve? Did you try to plot
Y-
it?
y- yes, sir.
You plotted.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So how does it come out? Can you share with me how it is coming out?
Yes, sir.
How it is coming out to be? Can you please tell me? हाँ बेटा बताओ.
Sir, like e to the power x graph means it is a parabola but not a parabola, asymptote types towards the x-axis.
It is called hyperbola.
Yes.
ओके. आपने यदि cos हाइपरबोलिक x का ग्राफ खींचा होगा तो दो वर्टिकल लाइन टाइप की मिली होगी आपको.
Yes, sir.
And that those two vertical lines on either side of x-axis, I mean positive and negative, and you must have got not flat exactly, but it is extended kind of. In case of parabola, you have minimum at a single point, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
But here, that point must have been extended,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, good. Others? Nobody is giving me answer. ऐसे काम नहीं चलेगा भाई. और मैं तुमको नाम लेके पूछ रहा हूं, फिर तुम क्या जवाब नहीं दे रहे हो? Soham,
Yes, sir.
did you do that?
No, sir.
Then you do. Okay, whatever problem I am giving, you will be able to understand it. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. A geometrical representation in analytical form, an analytical function represented in geometrical form, right? We should be able to visualize it, how it looks like. So all of you, tomorrow, I mean in the next class, all of you will plot it and tell me. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
हाँ
Yes, sir.
राजकुमार, तुम्हारी अब आवाज सुनाई दी है?
Actually, I was absent yesterday, sir.
Then you should have told me that you were absent. And why were you absent? By the way, one more thing, let me tell you. Anyways, next class mein you just submit. One more thing I would like to tell you over here, that these complex numbers, this concept of this imaginary part, okay, or imaginary numbers, it has come because of this thing only. When we try to find out root, we find out that somewhere is square root of -1. For example, if you do this, here it is coming out to be -√3, isn't it? -√3.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that -√1 we represent by this imaginary number, and that we call as complex number. This is a complex number.
Yes, sir.
That is why I have taken this symbol Z. Z is taken as symbol for this complex number. Okay, usually in the books. So we have taken this. So now we have got this. So if I look at this particular problem, this is x by x square plus x plus 1. I can write down it as a by partial fractions. So x minus z1 plus b by x minus z2. Okay, I have to convert into partial fractions, right? So what I have done, I have taken this partial fraction is a by x minus z1 plus b by x minus z. Now let me put so before that, so x is equal to x is equal to x, sorry, so this I will have to convert na, x minus z1 into x minus, so x is equal to a into x minus z2 plus b into x minus z1. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. So now, if I put x is equal to z1, then a will be equal to z1 by z1 minus z2. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And if x is equal to z2, then b by b is equal to z2 by z1, z2 minus z1. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it means y can be written as uh, 1 by z1 minus z2 into z1 by z1 minus z2 minus z2 by, sorry, x x minus z1, x minus z2. Okay, in place of a and b we have put these values. So a by x minus z1, right? So in place of a we have put z1 by z1 minus z2. So z1 by z1 minus z2. Similarly, plus b. B means z2 by z2 minus z1. And because I am converting it into z1 minus z2, so I take minus over here. So I can write down it like this. Okay. So now we have got this. Now I want to find out nth derivative. So what will be the nth derivative? 1 by z1 minus z2, okay, into z1 into minus 1 to the power n into factorial n by x minus z1 to the power n plus 1 minus 1 by z1 minus z2 into z2 into minus 1 to the power n factorial n by x minus z2 to the power n plus 1. Clear? Which rule we have invoked here?
Second one.
Yes. From case 2. What was that case 2? Nth derivative of
1 by x plus
1 by
1 by ax plus b.
b.
That rule we have invoked here. So now you can see that once we simplify it, we can find out the nth derivative. Now we have to further simplify it. Further we want to simplify it. Now x minus z1 is equal to what? X minus 1 plus root 3i by 2. That is equal to twice of x plus 1, okay, minus root 3i by 2. All right?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Or I can write down as 2x plus 1 by 2 minus root 3 by 2. Okay. Now let me consider that 2x plus 1 by 2 is equal to r cos theta. 2x plus 1 by 2 is equal to r cos theta, and root 3 by 2 is equal to r sin theta. Let me consider this. Okay. Acha, one more thing I would like to find out, z1 minus z2. What this z1 minus z2 will be? Z1 minus z2 will be equal to what will be z1 minus z2?
-1.
Ti.
Huh?
Root 3 iota.
Yes, root 3i. So this is one thing which we will remember because that is required, these values. So we got this. So from this, r square will be equal to 2x plus 1 by 2 whole square plus 3 by 4. Right? Or it will be equal to x square plus x plus 1. As we solve it, we will get this, or r is equal to square root of x square plus x plus 1. And theta will be equal to tan inverse. What will be theta? That will be theta will be root 3 by 2x plus 1. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. So now look at this equation. I mean, we are simply trying to simplify it. So now x minus z1 to the power n plus 1. What can I write down it as? R cos theta minus I r sin theta to the power n plus 1. That can be written as r e to the power minus I theta to the power n plus 1. Can I write down it like this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Similarly, x minus z2 to the power n plus 1. What can I write down? R cos theta plus I r sin theta to the power n plus 1. In other words, r e to the power I theta to the power n plus 1. Can I write down it like this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So we have got these things. Now z1 by z1 minus z2 will be equal to what? Minus 1 plus root 3 I by 2 into 1 by root 3. ठीक है? Which upon solving I'll get 3 plus root 3 I by 6. Okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Similarly, z2 by z1 minus z2 minus 1 minus root 3i by 2 into 1 by root 3i. So, what we will get? z1 minus z2 is root 3i. Okay. So, upon simplifying, I will get 3 minus root 3i by 6. All right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So, this is what we get. So, then the nth derivative will be minus 1 to the power n factorial n by r to the power n plus 1, r to the power n plus 1 into 1 by 6, that 6 is from here. Okay, multiplied by, we will put these values back in that equation. So that will be 3 plus root 3i e to the power I n plus 1 theta minus 3 plus root 3i e to the power minus I n plus 1. Okay, we can further solve it. So, let us solve it further. So, minus 1 to the power n factorial n r to the power n plus 1, and this will become 1 by 6 1 by 6 3 plus root 3 I cos theta, cos n plus 1 theta plus I sin n plus 1 theta minus 3 plus root 3 I cos n plus 1 theta minus I sin n plus 1 theta. Now further solving it, we will get minus 1 to the power n factorial n r to the power n plus 1 into 1 by 6, and this will become 6 cos n plus 1 theta. Other things will cancel out, and one more term will be left in the equation, that is minus root 2 root 3 sin n plus 1. All right. So, all in all, what we are left out with? We are left out with yn is equal to minus 1 to the power n factorial n r to the power n plus 1 and so on. Okay, where r is equal to square root of x square plus x plus 1 and theta is equal to tan inverse root 3 by 2x. ठीक है
सर
हाँ बोलो।
स्टेप थोड़ा सा लंबा हो जा रहा है सर, तो क्या रिजल्ट नोट कर सकते हैं सिर्फ?
कौन सा रिजल्ट नोट कर सकते हो?
जो लास्ट में जो रिजल्ट आया yn, सिर्फ ये नोट कर सकते हैं सर? बहुत लंबा हो जा रहा है, समझने में थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगी।
मैंने तो जान के करा रहा हूँ लंबा, ताकि समझ में आए बाद में। मुझे क्या फर्क पड़ता है, मैं तो डायरेक्ट ही लिख दूंगा आंसर, उससे समझ में आ जाएगा।
नो सर।
फिर ठीक है, ये समझ में आया?
ठीक है सर।
Yes, sir.
All right. So now we have, let us look another example. Let us find out any derivative of this. Tell me what will be the any derivative of this. and the derivative of this will be a to the power. Which rule we are going to invoke?
Sin.
Rule number 5 and
6.
rule number
Roll number
5
5
and
and 6.
5 and 6 or 4 and 5?
5 and 6.
5 and 6, yeah. So, according to that rule, it should be a to the power n sine n pi by 2 plus ax. This is what the nth derivative of this will be. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Plus, what will be the next? A to the power n
Cos n by 2 and pi by 2
cos n pi by 2 plus
ax.
Into cos n pi by 2 plus
ax.
x. Yes, sir.
Okay?
Also.
We can further simplify it. So if I take square of this will be a to the power 2n and square of this whole. So what will we get? Sin square n pi by 2 plus ax plus cos square n pi by 2
One.
plus ax.
1
So
1 plus
1 plus
sin n pi by plus 2x.
sin twice होगा ना? Twice
Yes,
of sin
Sin
n pi by
n
2
pi.
plus ax into cos n pi by 2 plus ax. Is it okay?
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So now further we can solve it. So yn square is equal to a to the power 2n 1 plus, can I write down it as sin 2x?
Yes.
Sin 2 theta?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Huh?
sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
This whole thing, right? So sin twice of this means n pi plus twice of
2x.
2x.
write down. I can write down it like this, or yn can be written as a to the power n. I had taken square. Now I take square root on both the sides. So an 1 plus sin n pi plus twice of ax to the power 1 by 2. We can also write down it like this, equal to a to the power n 1 plus minus 1 to the power n sin twice of ax to the power half. So like this or like this I can write. Both are same things. All right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We can write down it like this. So this is how we can solve that y the nth derivative of that sin ax plus cos ax will be this. Now ये समझ में आ गया सबको?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now let us do one problem. That problem is y is equal to tan inverse root over 1 plus x square minus 1 by x. This is the problem. How should we attack the problem? We have to find out nth derivative. How do we attack the problem?
Eliminate. First, we try to eliminate tan inverse.
We want to eliminate tan inverse.
Yes.
Any other thing?
First, simplify the root under 1 plus x square minus 1 by x.
x की जगह tan थीटा पुट करके.
Okay.
put the x in under root.
हाँ क्या रखे, बोलो बेटा।
tan थीटा।
हाँ किसी और ने बोला था।
सर नीचे जो x है उसको अंडर रूट में ले जाएंगे ऊपर, तो 1 डिवाइडेड बाई x प्लस 1 बाई एक्स माइनस 1 बाई एक्स।
उससे क्या होगा, सिंप्लीफाई होगा।
सर सिंपली x की जगह tan थीटा रखते हैं, अंडर रूट कट जाएगा।
हाँ चलो ठीक है, चलो x इक्वल टू टेन थीटा रखते हैं, तो क्या होगा
sec थीटा माइनस 1 बाई tan थीटा।
चलो y इज इक्वल टू टेन इनवर्स, ये हो जाएगा sec थीटा, क्योंकि 1 प्लस टेन स्क्वायर थीटा इज इक्वल टू
sec theta.
sec स्क्वायर
square.
थीटा।
Sec square
ओके,
theta.
स्क्वायर रूट इज sec थीटा माइनस 1 बाई टेन थीटा, दैट इज इक्वल टू टेन इनवर्स। इसको फर्दर सिंप्लीफाई कर देते हैं, तो 1 माइनस cos थीटा बाई sin थीटा। कैन आई राइट डाउन इट लाइक दिस?
यस सर।
Yes, sir.
इसको फर्दर भी हम सिंप्लीफाई कर सकते हैं, y इज इक्वल टू टेन इनवर्स टेन थीटा बाई
2 sin square theta by 2.
कैन आई राइट डाउन टेन थीटा बाई 2?
Yes, sir.
यस सर।
राइट,
Yes, sir.
और
Yes, sir.
इट इज इक्वल टू सिंपली थीटा बाई 2। ठीक
Yes,
है,
sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
इसमें तो कोई प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं है, और थीटा हमको बताइए क्या है, तो
Yes, sir.
y इज इक्वल टू 1 बाई 2 टेन इनवर्स x। okay, we have got 10 inverse x. So once we get this, now this is simplified form. Now we can easily work out with this particular form of y. By the way, it is equivalent to root over 1 plus x square minus 1 by x. ये वही है, ये पूरा 10 inverse, isn't it? ये वही है,
Yes, sir.
the whole thing.
Yes.
1 by 2 10 inverse x is equal to 10 inverse root over 1 plus x square
Sir.
minus 1 by x. We have just changed
Sir.
the form. हाँ बोलो।
Sir, 1 minus cos theta by sin theta is cos theta by 2 by sin theta by 2 ना cot theta आना है ना सर?
नहीं, 10 थीटा आएगा ना।
कैसे सर? ऊपर cos square 2 cos square theta by 2, नीचे 2 cos theta by 2 sin theta by 2 कैंसिल हो गया cos theta by 2
1
और 2
minus 1 minus 2 cos square theta by 2 by 2. Am I right?
yes sir
2 sin का थीटा बाय 2 ना सर?
1 minus 2
sin का थीटा बाय 2।
sin square theta by 2, right? Sorry, sin square theta by 2, right?
yes sir अब आ गया सर, अब आ गया।
Sorry, 1 minus 2 sin square theta by 2, या तो हम ये लें 2 cos square theta by 2 minus 1, यही है ना?
हाँ सर, हाँ सर।
Please. So from that we get this. Once we get this, then differentiation. Once we differentiate it, what will we get? What will we get?
1 by 2 into 1 by 1 plus
2
x
plus
square.
2x square।
1 by 1 plus x square.
X square.
ठीक है? Differentiation of 10 inverse x is 1 by 1 plus
x square।
x square. This can be written as 1 by 2, 1 by x plus I into x minus I. इस तरह की प्रॉब्लम को हम लोग पहले कर चुके हैं. We have already done this kind of problem. Am I right?
Yes sir।
Yes, sir.
Then what we can write down it as 1 by 4i into 1 by x minus I minus 1 by x plus I. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
So what will be the nth derivative then? To nth derivative, already we have found out first derivative, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
This is the first derivative. So to reach nth derivative, how many times more we have to take the derivative of this?
n minus 1.
N minus 1. So n minus 1 times. This is equal to basically y. Right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
So 1 by 4 pi. Now which rule we are going to invoke here?
Sir, the first one, sir, minus 1 power n.
Second. Rule number 2. 1 by ax plus b.
B.
Yes.
It is in that form only. Okay?
Yes,
So,
sir.
this will be equal to, I can take minus 1 to the power n common and factorial n also as common. And here it will be x minus I to the power
N plus 1.
n plus 1 means n minus 1 plus 1. That is
Yes.
n.
N.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Minus 1 by x plus I to the power n.
N.
Correct? So, yn is equal to minus 1 to the power n factorial n by 4i into xi to the power minus n minus xi plus to the power minus n. I can write down it in this form also. Once I have written like this, now I have solved this kind of problem before. What I will do? I will put x equal to r cos theta and 1 is equal to r sin theta. Multiple of this is 1, so r sin theta. Okay, so x is equal to r cos theta, 1 is equal to r sin theta. From that, r is equal to root over 1 plus x square and theta is equal to tan inverse 1 by x, that is cot inverse. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Fine. So this is what we will get. So now x minus I to the power n. This is equal to r to minus n. Minus n means r to the power minus n multiplied by cos theta minus I sin theta to the power minus n. We will put these values over here and this is what we will get. So r to the power minus n into cos theta, n theta plus I sin n. And similarly, x plus I to the power minus n is equal to r to the power minus n cos theta plus I sin theta to the power minus n. In other words, r to the power minus n cos n theta minus I sin n. Okay? So let us put these values over here in this equation. So yn will become equal to minus 1 to the power n factorial n by 4i, and r to the power minus n can also be taken as common because it is common to both, and this will be cos n theta plus I sin n theta minus cos theta plus I sin n theta. Sorry, cos n theta. So this cos n theta will cancel out and we are left with minus 1 to the power n factorial n by 4i, and this r can be written as r sin theta is equal to 1. So r is equal to 1 by sin theta to the power minus n. Can I write down it like this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and this is 2i sin n theta. So from here it will be 2, and upon simplification we will get n derivative is equal to minus 1 to the power n factorial n by 2 sine to the power n to theta, n power theta, and sine n into, this is whole thing. So this is what your answer will be, and where theta is equal to cot inverse x. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
समझ में आ गया ये?
हाँ सर.
Yes, sir.
All right. So we have solved so many problems for the n derivative of different kind of functions we got, and we tried to find out, or we found out n derivative of those functions, given functions. पर suppose करो, if we have one function and another function, all right, we have two functions u and v, and let us suppose that they are differentiable up to nth, or they are differentiable up to n times, or n times we can differentiate them. There, in other words, their n differentiation or derivative exists. Okay, let two functions are there and their n derivative exists. Then, if I want to find out n derivative of their product, this is one function which is depending on x. This is another function which is depending upon x. I want to find out product of these two. Means n derivative of product of these two. This is what I want to find out, and this is my problem. Now, in such case, there exists a theorem. They call it Leibniz theorem. So what does it say? It says that if you are looking for product n derivative of product of two functions, if you are looking for derivative of product of two functions, then it will be given by, according to Leibniz theorem, it will be given by un v plus
V and U.
nc1 un minus 1v plus nc2 un minus 2 v2 and so forth. Rth term will be ncr un minus r vr, and final term will be u, which can in shorthand written like this: from r equal to 0 to n, ncr un minus r v. So this is the theorem. It tells you that if you have two functions u and v, you want to find out n derivative. The n derivative of this product of two functions will be given by this particular formula. So this is how we can find out NA derivative of product of two functions. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you would be asking that from where it has come, this formula. In other words, you will ask to me for the proof of this. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Right? You are aware with this NC1, NC2? Huh?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right?
Combination.
Yeah, combination. Very good. Right. So let us look at the proof of this theory. Can I omit this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now the proof of this one is that we will actually use mathematical induction. To prove it. What is mathematical induction?
Sir, if it is true for n, then it is true for n plus 1, n plus 2.
Correct. If it is true for something, then it will be true for all. Okay, this is what simply it is. If I am taking a pill of fever, if it works for me, it works for somebody else, and it also works from some other people, then it should work for some unknown person also, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Nikita, please switch off your microphone. So now, first of all, let us find out that what is the first derivative of this. Shumanka, we will call you after 10 minutes, class 11. Hello, I'll call you after 10 minutes, class 11. हेलो शुभंकर। हाँ मैं अभी सुनाई नहीं दे रहा है। हाँ मेरी क्लास चल रही है 10 मिनट बाद फोन करो। नहीं 10 मिनट बाद फोन कीजिए मैं जरा क्लास ले लेता हूँ क्लास के बाद। So let me take the first derivative. Let us write down it like this. What will be the first derivative?
du by dx
I can write down du dx
into v
plus
dv by dx.
dv
by ds into u.
right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Let me consider that u is equal to u0 and v is equal to v0 just in order to differentiate, because there is no differentiation. It means 0 means there is no differentiation. Understand?
Yes, sir.
It means that
Yes,
this
sir.
is representing the function itself, u and v. And whatever subscripts will be there, that will be first, second, third, like that differentiation. So 0 means no differentiation. Okay, let us consider like this. So it means that how many times it has been differentiated u? One time?
Yes.
Okay. V0 plus this
U0.
is U0 means no differentiation
Yes,
of
sir.
u, and how many times v has been differentiated?
Once.
One time.
Once. So once. So it means that this product's first differentiation is equal to this. Okay. What will be the second differentiation? It means
U2.
It means differentiation of this, isn't it? I can write down it like this also.
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Differentiation of first differentiation with respect to x. So it means that this will be d dx u1 v0 plus u0 v1 or d dx u1 v0 plus d dx u0 v2. Okay?
Yes. Which is equal to u1 v1 plus v0 u2 plus
Yeah.
v1
Now once
v2.
again we will count. So how many times? How many terms will be there then in the next one?
U2,
U2
V0,
v0 plus
U1, V1,
u1 v1 plus u1 v1.
U1, V1,
Nikita, please switch off your mic.
U0, V2.
u0. Okay. So what will be our next? So upon simplification, we will get uv next derivative means second derivative of this uv will be u2 v0 plus twice of u1 v1 plus u0. This is equation number 2.
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. So next we can find out third. Tell me what will be third derivative of u into v.
U3, V0,
u3 v0, correct, plus
V1, U2.
u2
V1,
v1,
U2.
right? Then
v2 u1
2
2 V2, U1.
u2 v1,
u1
right?
plus 3
Plus 2
3
v1 u2.
v1 v2
Sorry, 2 u1 v2, okay, plus
u1
u1
U1,
v2,
u1
V3.
v1
okay, plus u0.
V3, U1.
3.
It's okay. That's all.
yes sir.
Total 6 terms will be there. Huh? We have
Yes,
got. So if I simplify it, the third derivative will be u3 v0 plus thrice of u2 v1 plus thrice of u1 v2 plus u0 equation number. One more, let us find out what will be the fourth one. Fourth derivative. What will be fourth derivative?
mu4 v0.
u4 v0, correct, plus
4U,
Plus
4U2,
4
v1,
u3
U3,
v1
V1,
3 u3 plus v1
plus 6 u2 v2 plus 4 u1 v3 plus v0 u0, sorry, u0
V4.
equation number 4. So if I continue like this, okay, I continue like this and I take any random kth derivative. Let us say that I want to take kth derivative. So the kth derivative, let us consider that this equation is, or the Leibniz theorem, in other words, Leibniz theorem is is valid for kth derivative. So what the kth derivative will be? UK V0, right? Look at when there was second derivative, it was U2, third derivative U3, fourth U4, first U1, isn't it? Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
UK V0 plus
K.
K into
UK minus 1
K minus
V1.
UK minus 1 V1, okay,
Yes.
plus KC2 UK minus 2 V2 plus KCR minus 1 UK minus R plus 1 BR minus 1 plus KCR UK minus R BR, this is R term, R minus what? One term, and finally this will be KCK U0. Okay, the way we have carried out U1, U2, U3, sorry, UV1, UV, first derivative, second derivative of UV, third derivative of UV. Same way, if we continue for the kth derivative, we are getting this. So let us consider that this is what the kth derivative of this product U and V is. Then this is what we get, equation 5. Now what we do, we differentiate this once more. We differentiate it once more. So then UV, if once more I differentiate it on the left hand side, what
K
should
plus
be?
1.
K plus 1, correct? Means, so if our rule is true for K plus 1, that it should be true for any value of
K.
n. Any value of n means for any product, means if you take product of two functions, for any derivative, first, second, third, fourth, this rule should be valid, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that is, so first we have to prove that for K plus 1 it is true. So for K we have seen that, let us consider that this is what the solution of this one is. Then differentiating this for, so we are differentiating, so this on the left hand side it is K plus 1, and on the right hand side what I will get? On the right hand side I will get U K plus 1 B0, isn't it? Once more I have differentiated this.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes.
K plus 1 B0 plus UK V1. First function will remain same and second function will get differentiated. So that differentiation will give me the first derivative of V.
Yes, sir.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Plus KC1 UK V1. So what I have done, V1 terms, I am segregating, right? So this is what we will get, plus KC1 UK minus 1 V2 plus KC2 UK minus 1 V2 plus I am continuing from here, So next term is plus KC2 UK minus 2 B3 and so forth. So KCR minus 1 UK minus R plus 2 VR minus 1 plus KCR minus 1 UK minus R plus 1 plus KCR UK minus R plus 1 VR plus KCR UK minus R VR plus 1 plus KCK U1 DK plus KCK U0 VK plus 1. This is what the right hand side will be. So what I have done? I have done nothing. I have taken differentiation of this and differentiation of this. So each term, for example, from this, I will get these two terms. Okay, differentiation of this and this I will get. Further, I will differentiate. So I will get differentiation of this k minus 1. Once more differentiated, that will be k. So UK. This will remain as such. Then next term will be that this as such and this will be differentiated. So KC1, UK minus 1 and V2. Okay. So like that, we will continue and then we have segregated. I hope it is clear. This step is clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. So this is what we have done. Now, यहाँ तक समझ में आ गया ना सबको?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
हाँ जी, sir.
All right. So now if you could understand, then next is that we know some of the things, and one of the things which we are getting over here is KCR minus 1 plus KCR. Somewhere these two are appearing together. Okay, in the previous equation. So this is equal to
1
K
plus.
plus 1 CR.
CR.
Yes.
If you want to show me the proof, I can show you the proof also. हाँ जी बोलिए। हाँ। अच्छा तो एक्चुअली वो सेशन मैं बात कर रहा ठीक है मैं 5 मिनट रुकिए। So we will prove it tomorrow if you require a few proof, because today our time is up. So few things I will write down so that in the next class we will not miss out. This is equal to 1 and number 3 1 plus KC1 is equal to 1 plus K is equal to K plus 1. So these three things we will utilize, we will see in the next class. If you couldn't understand anything, you can ask me. Okay? So we will meet on Monday then.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you, sir. Bye.